What's up guys, Charlie McGing from Charlie McGing Fitness and Nutrition, and today I'm going to show you how to do good squat form, how I do squats, and some tips, some kind of form techniques that I use to help increase the amount of weight that I can do on my squat, increase the muscle growth, and avoid injury and increase stability. So here it is. So basically, in terms of squat, you want to kind of get in a position where your feet are comfortable. If you're just trying to do, the high weight neutral stance, then it's good to put your feet straight, 45 degrees, straight again, 45 degrees, and then that is a good place to put your feet. So you can mess around with how close or how far apart you want your feet to go, but just play around with it, see what is comfortable for you. You want to try and keep your back as straight as possible throughout the squat, so you avoid that bending of the bottom of the back, otherwise known as butt kipping at the bottom. You want to avoid that because that can put pressure on the lower back. And you want to keep your back straight the whole time you're down. And then personally, I go to parallel because I feel that this puts the most tension on the quads and all of the muscles in the legs, rather than coming all the way down really deep and then bouncing back up. So I know a lot of people like to go all the way down and then bounce up. I find this takes a lot of tension off of the legs. This is how I like to do it. I like to go parallel, but a lot of people do find that going really deep can help them as well. So like I said, test it out for yourself, but I prefer going to parallel. I find this is the best way to build that muscle and increase that strength. So go down to parallel, keep the back straight, and push up. As you can see, the bar, actually, it doesn't move forward or backwards. As I go down, it just goes straight down towards the floor and straight up again. So you want to get it so it's like this, because this means that you've got the, your strength is being pushed straight up, rather than if you're pushing up and pushing slightly forward or backwards. That's taking some of the strength out of the movement. Your muscles are pushing forward and backwards rather than straight up. And so your strength is going to be slightly less than if you push straight up. Plus, because the bar path is going forward or back, then there'd be a longer bar path, and so you'd have to put in more effort for less benefit, and so your strength would be lower as well. So you want the bar to be going straight up. If you find that your back isn't staying straight throughout the movement, or you can't actually bend that low, you need to work on the flexibility of your legs, particularly the hamstrings. They are very tight on a lot of people, and so what happens is, if the hamstrings are tight, when you come down, it's very difficult to come down, and then your butt kind of comes in to compensate for that tightness of the hamstrings instead of staying out and being straight. So I suggest that you do squat stretches before you actually start lifting heavy. Doing some stretches for the hamstrings, the inner thighs, and the quads is going to help you and release your hips as well. I've got another video to show you how to do that. And if you do that every time just before you squat, then gradually you're going to get more flexible, and you're going to be able to go down as low as you can with your back straight. So that is a very important thing, and it's something that's going to help you squat more and decrease your risk of injury, especially to the lower back. Seems weird that the lower back is affected so much by the tightness in the legs, but that's just how these squats work. The last thing I want to add on to this is a small tip that can help you increase the strength of your squat and put more weight and more stress on the quads. So that is when you're in the squat position, instead of going down and squatting from your heels, which is, you know, the most commonly said thing is to squat from your heels. What I want you to do is to lean forward slightly and put the weight on the front of your feet. So this is gonna allow you to squat more, and it's gonna allow you to put more stress on the quads, and you'll feel it when you do it, rather than you know, putting more stress on the hamstrings and glutes. Quads are a lot more powerful muscle than the other two. So if you come forward and put more stress on the quads, your quads are working harder, and so if you're engaging the quads more, you're going to be a lot stronger. And you're going to get better quad development, and quads are the main muscle in the leg that kind of people care about and that look the best. So you're kind of hitting two birds with one stone there. So that's it, guys. I hope that was helpful. I hope you got some good information there. Try it out, see how it works for you. It really works for me. I've been doing squats for, you know, multiple years now, perfecting it every time. So this is how I do it after years of practice. So if you don't get it straight away, don't worry. It's like a gradual thing to kind of perfect your technique and see what works for you. But hopefully this will speed up the process for you. So that's it, guys. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, comment below. Like this video if you found it useful. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.